At no point in history have we ever had so many distractions. It seems like every time we get ready to do something, something is trying to pull our attention away. And studies have told us that it takes a long time for us to get fully focused back on whatever we were attempting to do in the first place. So I have a list here of 7 ways to eliminate distractions so that you can be more productive and use your time more efficiently. So let's get started. Number 1, turn off all your phone notifications. Now, this is really hard. We're in a world where social media is ruling everything and we are always accessible to everyone. So we love to have our notifications right beside us. But how often are you working on something? You get a notification and it diverts your attention. It happens to me, or it used to happen to me quite often, until I learned to just move the phone to the side or just turn off my notifications when I'm working on something important so that I'm not distracted. So, number 2. Number 2 is set boundaries with your friends and your family. This was really big for me when my wife and I started our company, because my family members thought that, and many of our friends thought that since we were working for ourselves, that we created our own schedules so they could call whenever they wanted to, or I was free to just do whatever I wanted to whenever they were off. Whereas when they were working, we had to respect their boundaries, or we have to respect their boundaries, because they're not allowed to just do whatever in the middle of the day when work is supposed to be done. Well, as business owners or professionals, whoever you are, no matter if you're working for someone or working for yourself, you have to treat work time with the same respect no matter what. And so you have to make sure that you're setting those boundaries with everyone that is in your circle so they know that you're off limits during certain times throughout the day. And that's a great way to set boundaries, and that's a great way to eliminate that distraction. So number 3, stick to your schedule and your calendar. We go through all this trouble of getting all these different calendars and putting all this stuff in place. And many times we'll deviate from the schedule. So make sure that you're sticking to your schedule. Also, if you're not utilizing things like blocking off time in your schedule, using notifications for when to stop doing something or when to start doing something, make sure that you're putting those things in there, setting timers and things of that nature, and following your schedule to the T during work hours. Now, if you want to deviate completely after work hours, that's completely fine. But to eliminate distractions and make sure that you're not getting off task, make sure that you're sticking to your schedule to the T. Number 4, set up an autoresponder. Everything that comes across your desk doesn't require it should require for you to give it your immediate attention. Some things an autoresponder can just take care of very easily for you. That way, you're not distracted by every single thing that comes across every time your phone goes off. An autoresponder is perfectly fine for many things that's going on throughout your day. Number 5, this one's really important. To get better at anything that we do, no matter what it is, it's important to track it, assess it, and make adjustments accordingly. Even if you think you have the perfect system right now, make sure that you're tracking it, because over time things change and you'll realize, maybe I need to move this over here or this over there. And that way we can continue to be more efficient and get better and better with our time and become even more efficient as our careers develop and as we develop, and no matter what it is that we're doing. So make sure that you're always tracking what you're doing and readjusting along the way. Number 6, to make sure that you're getting rid of distractions, you shouldn't always be available. Once again, this goes back to point number 1 where I say turn off phone notifications. Even if you see your phone go off, everything's not an emergency. If you're working on something, or if you set your mind on a certain block throughout your day to be focused on something, you don't have to always answer your phone. If it's not important, it goes to voicemail, you'll get back to it later. I'm pretty sure whoever's on the other end of that phone, unless it's something groundbreaking, they can wait. Make sure that you're not always, and even if you aren't busy, just don't always be available, because you're going to set the tone that if somebody does call and you don't answer, they're going to think something's wrong. But if they know that you're not always going to answer your phone every single time they call, it helps them understand how to respect your boundaries. And lastly, number 7, learn to say no. Sometimes we simply need to say no. We set those boundaries. It's going to help us be more efficient. We're going to be more effective with our time, and we're just going to get more done if we just learn to say no. Everyone doesn't deserve you every single moment of the day. Your time is extremely valuable and we have to treat it as such. So learn to say no, even if it's something that you really want to do. If you know there's something more important that you have going on, you got to say no. That's a really tough one, I understand. So those are 7 ways that we can be more efficient with our time and learn to eliminate distractions. Tell me what you think about this type of content. Leave me a comment below. And until next time, take care.